Hi, chat. Are you seeing this shit? Can I look on the wall? No. Now, why would I do that? What should we draw? Or what should we paint? Lila Ross. Should we paint Bob Ross? Gotta start off with his iconic fro. First, his iconic fro is much more rounded than this, and it's very neat. He has a very neat fro. Can I paint a tree and mountain landscape? Honestly, that would probably be easier, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you. So let's start over. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna paint the sky first. And I think we need some more of this light blue here. Need some more of this light blue. Brighten up the sky a bit, you know? There we go. We're trying to work our way towards a really beautiful color here. Really, really beautiful color. We're getting there. We're slowly making our way towards a very gorgeous, gorgeous blue for our sky. Now, very important to make sure that you're keeping very good control over your colors. You don't want to have them too close and be mixing all of them all willy-nilly. You want to make sure you have enough color for each stage of the sky. Each stage of the sky. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Good thing we can just undo. Alright, I think it's time. Now, what we're gonna do, my art buddies. Oh. Alright, is we're going to lay down a thin coat. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna grab some white, put it down here, right down here. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And we're gonna grab just the tiniest bit of paint thinner. I have my paint thinner right here. Let me show you. Let me show you. Oh. Alright. Just the tiniest bit of paint thinner here. Tap that off. And now, thin that out a little bit. Go ahead and thin that out. Clean off your brush. Really clean off your brush. How'd you get to a Bob Ross stream? Well, you know, when a person loves art so much, they tend to emulate the figures that they they aspire to be like. Okay, so now that we've thinned out our white paint, we can leave a nice, easy coat. Just really slap that on there. It's your first coat. You don't really have to worry about much. Alright, clean off your brush. And now, I'm gonna take your mid-tone blue right here. This middle blue. You're gonna take your middle blue. Just slap that. Oh, yeah. Get that on the canvas. Get that on the canvas. Ooh, wow. Ooh-wee. Not really coming off as... Gonna really get that paint on your brush there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Really gotta get the paint on the brush there, or else you're gonna have issues. Really gotta get the paint there. Is it time to make happy little accidents? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Happy accidents, they come when they come. You can't really know when they're going to come, you know. Yeah, it was. It was really good. I know sometimes I tune into the 24-hour the 24-hour channel that they have. I'm gonna choose to add a little bit more blue, a little bit more of this cyan color here, just because I want it to be a little brighter. You know, it's a bright, beautiful, sunny day. I feel like the tones in the sky should represent that. And you might be wondering, Lila, why are you putting a plain tone down? I've already had my blue tone down, so if I'm putting a plain unmixed color on there, it's just gonna mix with the color on the canvas, which is exactly what we want. That's exactly what we want. We want the colors to mix nicely. Mix nicely. Really get your color in there. You don't have to, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Get your color in there. Barbara. Thank you, Hem. Alright. So let's get our lighter blue down. I think we're gonna run over this with some of this cyan here too. Just a tiny bit. We're probably gonna take some of the cyan here. Right? Take some of the cyan here. Mix it with white before we bring it onto the canvas. That way, the mix is a little bit more subtle. Right? Just a little bit more subtle. Oh, I wouldn't consider that very subtle, but that's okay. Now to mix the colors, just wipe your brush off and get mixing. Get mixing. Okay, so we kind of have the beginnings of our sky here. We have the beginnings of our sky here. Wow. Wow, it's really starting to come together. Hi, Wordy. Hello. It's looking really good. Thank you. It's just blue for now. Alright. So next, we're going to draw some mountains. We're going to draw in some mountains. Let's get our mountains in here. Our little mountain ranges. First, I like to go in and line out where I want the mountains to be. Make a little bit of an outline. So I'm going to mix myself a little blue here. I wanted to... Let's take this color here that I've got. As you can see, put a little bit over here. That's interesting. That's an interesting blue. Maybe a little bit white. And now, let's add a little bit of this scarlet. This beautiful, beautiful scarlet here. Just a tiny bit. Not too much. Just a touch. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. Not too much now. What about the clouds? No, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. Now just line out your mountain range. However you want to do it. However you want to do it. Get a nice. I like to draw one side at first because I have to turn the brush when I'm done, but okay, there we go. Now we can draw the other side. Da da do 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 do. Now you have to pee. Okay. We had a couple comments about clouds. I think we should get to those, don't we? Shouldn't we get to the clouds? Get some nice, beautiful clouds up in the sky. Let's see what we can do about getting some clouds. Alright, let me test this out. What brush do we want to use? Let's use this brush at first. This nice big brush. Hi, Desi. I need an afro. I really should have an afro. You're right. This feels like ASMR. I'm glad. Hi, how are you? Can I add Cloud Strife? He'll be in the foreground. Honestly, I've been in the VR chat category for a long time. I feel like I should switch. This is fine, right? I'm still kind of playing VR chat. This is basically VR chat. Alright, so you want to give the cloud some texture. And as you go back and you start to hit the horizon line, right? You want to grab your smaller brushes. You want to grab your smaller brushes and start painting in some thinner and thinner clouds. Because as we go back into the sky, the clouds are farther away and they will appear smaller than they are due to perspective. Isn't that interesting? Your mom and your brother are like freelance artists that love to paint. Yeah, I've always wanted to paint. But like, painting it can be expensive. It can be very expensive. That's really cool. That's awesome. Family of artists. I feel like you told me that before, actually. Alright. As you get far enough back, you don't really have to have too much definition if you get far enough away from the camera. Because painting isn't about replicating every little single detail. It's about replicating the feeling. Okay? It's about the feeling. It's not about painting every blade of grass, every crack in the mountain. It's about representing how you feel when you're there. What you focus on. Now, gonna put down some white. Nope, that wasn't enough white. Gotta make sure you press down hard. Get all of your paint that you need onto your brush. Now you want to focus on keeping the white towards the top of the cloud because the light is coming, obviously from the sun. The light's coming from the sun, right? And even clouds are affected by lighting. You know, this would be a great ASMR stream with the ASMR mic. Missed a chance to talk about perspective. I did. I honestly did. I need to work on my Bob Ross impression. I really do. I need to work on it. I need to study the ways of Bob Ross. I'm actually gonna take a different path here and just sort of bring out everywhere that I want the light part of the cloud to be. Because that is gonna give me a little bit of a better effect that I can paint over. Because I've been struggling to get this white down. But a wise man once said many things about painting. And among the many lessons were to go with the flow and to enjoy the art of painting as it is, to not worry about perfection. What a great lesson that was. Clouds are affected by lightning. Are they though? Oh my goodness, I'm struggling. Trying every brush that I've got. There we go. Light comes from the sun. It does, indeed. Fun fact. Fun fact. If you didn't know. Alright, I'm gonna try and get some more white up here at the top of the cloud. Just a little bit more at the top of the cloud. There we got our first cloud. Ooh, looks pretty good so far. Happy little clouds. Happy little clouds. Bum, 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 bum. Being better than you for embracing who you're becoming. Aw, I really love that. I really love that. It's coming out good. Thank you. Thank you. Clouds are frozen water on suspended particulate, and lightning would vaporize that water, thus affecting the clouds. Are you sure? Brain explode. You know what would make these clouds look a little bit better? So, as many of you know, clouds are they are white, but the sun emits a light that has a slight yellow hue, ever so slight. It's very. So what we could do is we could make a white that's just a little bit more tinted with yellow. That made you laugh. Clouds are white. Are they not? So we can just come in here with our tinted yellow. The color of the sun. The power of the sun. Don't forget to get out and get your vitamin D, kids. It's important. You don't want to get what do they call it? I know the vitamin C deficiency, they call that scurvy. The sun is a deadly laser. Okay, let me do. There's another one that's from lack of rickets. Rickets. Lack of vitamin D is rickets, isn't it? You absorb vitamin D from your PC. They should actually make PCs that can, PC screens. The modern solution for a modern problem, that could be solved by going outside, but might be nice. Make sure everyone gets their daily allotted vitamin D. Not just people who go outside. Did I learn to draw myself? The clouds turned out. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am self-taught. I'm just gonna separate the clouds a little bit here. Makes it time too. Maybe we could come in with some of this. Not too much. That's too much. There we go. Just wanted a little bit of separation there. Just a little bit. And let me blend all that in. Let's blend that in. Nice. Got our beautiful little cloud shapes here. Our beautiful, beautiful little cloud shapes. Not to add more. Paper, because light makes it white. Shadows add darkness. 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 In the shadows I am. A grow lamp light bar for your monitor. You got so much done after work, you shoveled 2 tons. Oh my god. 2 tons? That is quite insane. 2 tons of gravel. That's really an amazing thing. Diffuse. The power of the sun. Wow. Just wow. Now, time to make more little clouds. We're gonna make some that are a little bit more in the distance. So we gotta be a little bit more careful about our colors. Just gotta be a little bit more careful about our shapes, our little shapes that we make. Because we still want to keep that illusion of perspective of the clouds receding back. Thank you, Chimes. Darkness. Cut me into pieces. This is my last resort. Alright, and what else do we have to do? Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do my previous trick. Alright? I'm gonna take my cleaning rag here. Nope. Take my cleaning rag here. I'm going to just turn it around a little bit, and I'm gonna try and carve out a few pieces of cloud where I want them. Just a little bit of cloud where I want to be a little bit brighter. I'm gonna put a cloud here, actually. Feels like a little bit empty over here. A little bit lonely. So we're gonna put a little cloud here. A little bit of cloud here. A little bit of cloud here. Yeah, over here seems fine. You know, don't be shy with it. Take that rag, clean up a little bit of your paint. Don't be shy with it. Being bold. To be bold, for a lot of people, is to just be themselves. Alright? Don't run away from doing whatever you want to your canvas. It's your space. It's your playground. You have freedom here. I'm gonna need that. Okay, just a little bit more. Alright, this looks pretty neat. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Giorgio. Thank you so much. You started to take them after you got a blood test. Oh, hi, Yana. Hello. Head pats. I don't even think I can. Can I like do visual ASMR here? There you go. There you go. Oh, my music stopped. It's again. There we go. Alright, what brush was I using? I was using the fan brush. You want to take out your fan brush. Ooh! Okay, time to go over with our white. Our yellow white, our yellowish white. I'm already this is how I feel. Lightning out before. Already this is how I feel. To show this side of the canvas a little bit of love, you guys are covering it a little bit. My interactive chat over here is covering the screen a little bit. So, you need to show this side of the canvas a little bit of love. I'm already done. This is how I feel. How I feel. I feel. Okay, let's grab this and clean it up a little bit. Kind of make the shapes a little bit more. Make the shapes just a bit more varied. This is how I feel. This is how I feel. And, you know, when you're painting, I'd like to mention this now since I'm doing it. It's very important to take a step back. Take a look at the full picture. The full picture so far. How do you feel? Squint. Do you see that, maybe one area is getting more attention than the other? Something feels unbalanced. Oftentimes, that's something that you can do in your own life. Take a step back. Look at things from a bird's eye perspective, from a bird's eye view. This is how I feel. Lying naked on the floor. Okay. Bob Rossing is actually fun. I get why he did this for so long. I'm realizing we might not even be seeing that bright top as much. Probably wouldn't be seeing that bright top as much when we fade back into the horizon. So, clouds would be much darker this far back. We don't really have that top part there. Yours says to see how I'll do the mountain. Well, I don't have a huge, uh, I don't have a huge catalog in my mind about how mountains look. I've done a lot more clouds than I have done mountains, so most likely I'll just go with doing my best. Maybe do do a lot of texture since mountains tend to be very heavily textured. Hi, Droplex. Hi, Polar. Hi. Wait, let me get you a shout out. Oh crap, and Yana's here too. Okay. Oop, I almost spelled that wrong. Yana. Games. Oop, I accidentally switched it. Okay, there we go. Alright. Don't be afraid to let your clouds touch the edge of the canvas. Not everything has to fit right inside the four corners of the canvas. Sometimes, letting something travel off the canvas can be more exciting and interesting than something that's stuck inside. Big bird? Is this the big bird? Which one? This one? Yeah, I can see that. That's my big bird cloud. Okay, let's move on to the mountains. Now, I'm just gonna fill in my mountain color here. That's what I'm gonna do first. Go ahead and fill in. Actually, I'm gonna wipe this. I'm gonna wipe this first, actually. Oop, a little bit of accent there. That's okay, we'll keep it. We'll keep it. We need to learn how to keep our accents. We're just erasing a little bit of the paint so we can get more mileage on the paint that we do use. I think that color needs a bit more white. There we go. Exactly what I was looking for. Hi, Reamer. Only thank you, Alex. Great death. Thank you, Kay. Thank you so much. Hi, J-Dog. Hi, Jesters. Hello. Oh, wait. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So, but I kind of do like the idea of adding a little bit of this blue, just a tiny bit, to this purple, and making that the color of the mountain. Alright, now it's getting close. Start to carve out this mountain range that we have here. Let's carve out this mountain range. And I'm gonna bring some white in, actually, because I noticed the values of the mountain in the values of the mountain range and the sky are too close. So I'm just gonna outline this in pure white, well, slightly off white, tinted with a bit of cyan. That didn't look quite right. Let's see about this. How can we get this looking? I might have to go in with a smaller brush. Most definitely, I think. Let's go in with this one. just blend out that white that we put in. Blend out that white that we put in. Get it nice and soft, but keep the edges hard, right? As hard as we can. We're still going to go back and outline this again with the matte color. But it's just to make sure the sky is a little bit lighter. And we have a clear contrast. We should have a clear contrast between the sky and the mountains. At least I think we should. And down here we'll just bring our white here. Bring that up. Bring that up. Up, 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 up. There we go. Let's go in for some more. Okay, that definitely made the mountain stand out a little bit more. Let's go back in with our dagger color shaper. Pick the color that we're going to be using and start shaping those mountains back in. Shaping those mountains back in nice and easy. Oop. Also make the color a little bit darker too, I think. You benefit from that. You definitely benefit from that, especially at the top. Near the bottom, you might have a little bit more mist or oop, got a little bit of issue there. I'm very oh, thank you. I just hard laugh. I'd make Bob Ross really proud. Oh, I honestly hope so. I honestly hope so. He's a good man. Booba Mountain looks good. It's not a Booba Mountain. Okay, I'm gonna try and fill in this. Probably shouldn't do that with that brush. Let's try with this one. Let's try filling in with this one. Can I get more mileage, I think? Oh. That's okay, we can work with that. Alright. Not as dark as it was supposed to be, though. Just add a little bit. No. No, it's too light. I mean, too dark. Is it not? Oh, it's not mixing on here. Seems, folks, I've run out of space on my palette to mix colors. Eh, really good. Don't look like boobas, thanks. Alright. Finally getting somewhere with these mountains. Not a mountain expert, but I'm glad that we could kind of get something here. Glad we get something going here. Hmm. Can I clean it off? Yes, but I'd lose all the colors I already worked on. Interesting. Alright. Now let's bring out our fan brush. I'm gonna bring out our bristle fan brush. Hi, Ostrich. Hello. Thank you for the anonymous follow. Thank you. Hello, welcome. How are you? I think we'll switch. I feel weird being in the wrong category. But we could do this. Easy. Alright. I think we could probably go in with this blue here. Maybe not that much paint on the brush. Probably like just a little bit. Just a little bit of paint. Ooh. That was not fun. Just a little bit of paint. Not too much. Okay, there we go. Let's see what we can do with this. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to make the little valleys. Little divots. Little bits of snow that you see on the mountain. Mm-hmm. Always try to be mindful while you're making strokes. You always want to make sure that every stroke is representative of the direction you want to go with your painting. You're supposed to sleep, but you can't. She's Bob Ross. Yeah, Bob Rossing all over the canvas is a little. Hi, Dark Shadow Dancer. It looks cool. Yeah, it's really fun actually. It's really, really fun. I'm like, last night I was supposed to be sleeping, but I had like a. I didn't go get on, but I really wanted to. I really wanted to get on VR and paint. I think it's because I don't know. It just feels a little bit fun, more fun. It feels like I can play. I can play with the canvas. There's no expectations. No wrong or right. I'm really fun. Thank you. Charles, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Bob Ross. Thank you. Hmm. Add a little bit of valley there. Add one here. They're a little dark, but that's okay. There we go. Is this Mount Fuji? Um, I don't have a particular mountain in mind that I'm trying to paint. I'm just painting one from memory. Or imagination rather. This is Mount Lila. Wow, wouldn't that be cool to have your own mountain? Okay. Let's add a little bit more over here. Hmm. Boom, 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 boom. Are the sounds of nature in the game or at your place? There are sounds of nature in the game, but you might also be hearing some from in real life too. Tiny, that's super good. Thank you. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for um the rest of the picture though. Can't remember the last time I got this far in a landscape painting. Hmm. Mount Lila. Thank you. My own mountain. Trying something new with your painting. I actually just got this app yesterday, and it is addicting. Um, I've only played it for one day, but you would leave it white personally. Just don't finish it. I'm gonna look at a picture of. Get some ideas. Okay, that makes about as much sense as I would hope. Okay, I've seen what we're gonna do. Time to clean the palette. This isn't VR chat. No, this isn't VR chat. It's like a mountain in Antarctica or something. Thank you. Yeah, it is very cold looking. Looking at the mountains that I'm seeing now, I'm like, oh wow. A lot of them have very warm colors in them. I think we're gonna go with a forest mountain range. So I'm gonna be adding some green in. We gotta have our trees, right? We gotta have our trees. Can we make it wheat? Golden fields of grain. Mountains majesty. um, let's mix it with some of this. Okay. See, I'm very new to mixing colors, so no, let's mix it with this dark blue here. I like that. I like that. It's beautiful. Coming out to be a beautiful forest green. Big ass wood cat sleeping on my chest. I can imagine. I can imagine. Might give us some bleed in. Oh, that's a bit much. Is it not? Mixing colors. This looks amazing. Thank you, Hibiki. Thank you. Yes, this is something that is very cool about this program. It works like it mixes like actual paint. It's very cool. Mixes like actual paint. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's actually like you can see the paint strokes. It has texture to it. Like at least on it's easier to see on the palette because I can kind of shake it and give you like a glisten. There we go. Yeah. Coniferous trees. More green. More green. Thank you, Raffle. Have you ever tried putting painting on a canvas IRL? Yes. I painted on a canvas IRL for um art class. Boom 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 boom. Do I have a lot of saved paintings? Honestly, for getting it yesterday, sort of, but they're not good. That was another mountain try. I don't know, a field. Squidward. Oh wait, you guys can't see them. You can't see exactly what I'm looking at. Have you ever, Kay? Have you ever? But hi Sweet Puff, hello. I have 7 paintings so far. Although one of them doesn't really count much for a painting. Bum 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 bum. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna trust you on this. Maybe. No. Okay, there we go. Okay. Night error, sleep well. Oh, sorry. Sleep well error. You only painted on a single canvas in your life and it turned out pretty good thanks to Bob Ross. That's the power of Bob. Hi, Zatu. Um, Sorry if I miss your messages, guys. Let me see. Markers and pencils for you, which is why I know blending and color theory so well. Yes, markers and pencils are like great. I have like what kind of markers do you have? What kind of markers and pencils do you have? I bought some cheap ones. I don't like them much because they smell very bad. So I need to open an exhibition gallery. That might be cool. Hmm. Make this the color that I want right away. Hmm. Um, More green blobs. Yes, more. You never have too many. Never have too many, no. Hmm? I was wondering, can you display? You can actually. So the really cool thing about this app is that you can actually export your paintings as 3D models, and that lets you go ahead and put. And that lets you go ahead and put your world into any game that you like. So we're just doing some kind of horizontal slash diagonal strokes because we want to give off the idea that we have trees that are pointing up. We don't want to imply that we have nice rounded trees. We want to imply that we have nice, large, tall, sharp trees. Little sharp tops because we're doing a bunch of coniferous trees. Right? Good nap a bit. Have a good nap. But yeah, the undo is a cone trowel. We only have this palette knife. It is the closest that you could probably get. I don't think it puts down a super triangular shape. If I'm being honest. But, you know, we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Exactly. Exactly. No mistakes. No mistakes. Let's get closer now. Just gonna have a better. More interesting. Just gonna come over this with vertical lines. Kind of break up the silhouette here. go in with my dark green again. Go in with my dark green again. Thank you, Leho. Thank you. Good night, Nipa. Good night. Sleep well. You'd love to go on a camping trip in this painting inside of it. Thank you. Okay. Let's grab this. Gonna clean it up a little bit. Clean up this one part, and then we're gonna have to make a bunch of bright. Maybe if we take this umber, this green, we can make something really nice warm green. Warm, fuzzy green. I like that. I like that. Doesn't it just warm your heart? This green here. Looks good. Will there be snow on the mountain? Probably. It's pretty far in the distance, but we could make it lighter. Actually, I should probably give the top of the mountain the same treatment that I gave the clouds, with adding a little bit more yellow to it. It would probably make it look a little bit more interesting. Somewhere out in the forest there are wildcats hiding. Ooh, scary. Scary. Spooky. Hi, Justin. Yes, we're doing our Bob Ross segment. Almost looks like beach sand. Oh, true. I can see that. You like make it a little bit more yellow. I can see that. It's a beach. Nice. Nice beach. Alright. Alas, it is not a beach. Alright, let's see. How do we want to do this? The really... Oop. Hello? Well, we'll have to... Oop, there's my... Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll steal this color here and save it down here. Actually, let me swipe this first. There we go. I'll save this color. Oop. And there goes my controller. Okay, well that was terrifying. Um, okay. I'm gonna put some more swatches down. Almost looks like a scene from an anime. I don't know if it's that good, but thank you. Isekai in the woods in the middle of the forest. Yeah, I just plugged it in, so we should have like an hour before. I just need to work quickly. All right. Okay. Well, we should. I'm gonna keep this color. Ooh, that is not what I meant to do. I'm gonna keep this color because it's beautiful and I really love it. And let's clear the palette. I need to wipe this off because it's distracting me. It actually looks pretty. The cleaning rag that I rubbed my paintbrush on looked pretty. It was really distracting me, so. Palette knife. You can have sand dunes without a beach. True. You know, but I would love to draw some water in at the back if I was gonna do a beach. Draws beautifully. Sings, dances. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Alright, so I have this green. Is that what I wanna make my light color? What was that the color that came out? Oop. Okay. Alright, and I wanna brighten this up a little bit. Hmm. More green. Maybe some of this. Hmm. 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 I'm gonna add back in a little bit of that warmth. Okay. Alright. Time to get to it. And this is the scary part. Oop. Okay, let's work with that. You like the shading I'm doing on the forest zone? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I think we're gonna make this color, put a little blue in it though. Let's see. I'm gonna clear out some space for the trees, just so I don't have to fight with the color that's already here. I don't have to fight as much. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I just want to paint. I just want to paint. So let's start clearing out some room for these trees here. Cabin trees. Cabin chance. A cabin? I don't know if I could paint a cabin. Okay, and then we're gonna make our first kind of island here. Give a little split here. Alright, let's see. Sorry I'm not talking much, I'm very focused. I'm trying to get this done in time. Before I run out of time. Alright. But we could always finish it, stop off and visit it later. as well. There's always that. Okay. Okay. Hmm. We don't need to do such a loud ground, do we? I don't think so. I can add some light in here. There we go. Yeah. I like that. And let's remove some of the paint from here because we want to make this a little bit more singular. Okay. Hi, Triker. Hello. Yeah, you caught a stream. Let's go. Production behind the camera. I know. They're about to cut me off. Yep. Welcome in, though. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome. We're just painting today. Fun painting. I'm gonna paint over this tree a little bit, just so I can get to the good stuff. And let's wipe away some of this paint. A rare stream. First of its kind, actually. I wanted to save this kind of thing for some kind of special event, but I actually like playing this game so much. I was like, you know what? Let me just play it on stream. I want to show everyone how cool it is. I want to show everyone how wonderful it is. If you have a VR headset, you should definitely try it. Da da da. Whoop. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. Whoop. This is an island and there's only Lila on it. Lila Island. Liland. Actually, let me try going in with a different brush. Just want to see if this will work. Hmm. Wow. Well, I'm really struggling with the trees here, but that's okay. They're distant trees. You don't need to have so much detail in them. Oh, and let me paint in this gap. I put a little bit of a light blue or light yellow here. Let's. Okay, that's interesting. Oh my goodness. I would say you really do like the art stream. Sorry, okay, I need to keep up with the messages. Cause why you want me to you could do some work on the side? Ooh, I'm glad. I'm glad. What's wrong with my normal streams that you can't work on the side? It's so cozy. I'm glad. Yeah, we're just doing some cozy painting. Some cozy painting. Mm. Maybe we should pick a side for the tree to come from, the light to come from. What's this magical playlist? It is a mix of music that I think we're on autoplay now, though. That's the thing. So I'll have to go in and add all the songs that played. If someone has the playlist link, could you put it in chat, please? Okay, I'm confident enough to move on to the other trees. Let's see. No, this is way too big. Fan brush. Thank you. smooth fan brush, and let's start painting in these other trees. Is there anything? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nessa. I'm not really like I'm okay. Like you can tell that it's a tree, that there's supposed to be trees and a mountain and clouds. Am I transforming into Bob Ross? I already have. Okay. Let's grab ourselves a fan brush again. What do we have? Bristle fan brush smooth. Okay. Are you distracted by the 24 Halloween? That bakery does stay open for a long time. It does. I wonder how they have business. Ooh. Okay, I just wanted to get some of these white chunks that have been not that bad to have little spaces where the canvas peeks through, but it's not my personal style. Okay. Now let me put my brush down. You wish you had that fabulous hair. I think my hair is better than Bob Ross's. It's not as circular. Okay? But you know, it's just as good. You know, it's still valid. Circular and well shaped. Ah, you really that's a man who has well shaped hair. I don't think I could ever get mine that well shaped. Not in a million years, no. We've passed 7 hours? Holy moly. That's a lot of hours. Don't you joke about Bob Ross's hair. He has good hair, though. I'm not joking about his hair. Oh, you know what? Since I'm no longer in VR chat, I should probably turn up my render resolution since I don't need as many frames. You guys can let me know if it's really laggy, but I hope not. I'm like wondering why it's so blurry, and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, it looks better. Looks better now. Who would have thought? Who would have thought being able to see might make your painting look better? Yeah, you had a lot of painting something in VR, but you're doing. I still have trouble. I still have trouble, but I painted a lot already in this application, and I'm kind of getting used to it already. Mm-hmm. 7 days? 7 days till what? It's smooth for you? Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. Think it's been choppy this whole time. I mean, it might be choppy if you have a higher frame rate monitor, because I only stream in 30 FPS. It's been smooth for you? Or higher hertz? I don't know. Refresh rate. Refresh rate. Me when I forget the word for refresh rate. Okay. And there we go. I'm gonna cut off a little bit of this here. And my music shut off again, so let me fix that. Thank you for the follow, Val. Thank you for the follows. Thank you. Let's see. Me when I forget that I'm trying to do the anonymous follows things. Let's see. There we go. No, I'll be honest. Apparently not, yeah. Apparently not. I'm gonna just paint in a little bit of this green. Paint in a little bit of that green. A little bit of this light yellow. Or light green. Perfect for this task. And put in some of this green on the ground. Can we save those paintings? I can. In fact, it should already be saved. It should be saved. Time for water? No water, no break. I only have so much time left on my headset. Alright. Now let's figure out what. Oh god, it's been so long since I've painted water. I honestly. Let's start here. Mm-hmm. 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 Maybe a bit more blue? It kind of didn't really go the way that I wanted it to. Okay. This might be an okay base for our watercolor. Um, this might be an okay base, I'm not sure yet. But that's okay. We'll figure it out as we go. I want to trace the parts that we're doing with the color just here. Yeah, we're just gonna do this as our base. Get that nice green hue in there. We need that. We need that because there's so many trees around. Water is so reflective. We need that nice, beautiful, dark green color. That's where the money is, really. That beautiful color there. Okay. Time for water? Oh, water in the paint. Oh, yes, yes. It is time for water. It really is. Oh, it is time for water. Now, I gotta make sure this is not getting tainted by... Nope. That's okay. We'll clean that up later. Thank you, femboy. A sunset behind the mountain. Maybe in another painting. Maybe in another painting. Yeah, that I adding a sunset to this painting. Oh, that hurts my soul. And that I mean, like, it would be easier if I did layers, but I don't want to do layers. I feel like that defeats the point of like making things feel like I'm painting, you know? There's money in there. Unfortunately, no. There's no money in the river. I'm just gonna paint over this tree because right now we're not really concerned with the tree. We're gonna paint that tree again later, so. Nope, my controller just bugged out. Okay. If the controller will want to behave. Okay. So cool. Thank you. Thank you, Triker. There's money in here? A little bit. I'm sure there's someone tossed a coin in here or two. Hmm. A singular lily pad. A lily pad for Lila. Okay. Now let's clear up these, Alright, time to get working on the beautiful, beautiful water. How long will the stream last? I decided I want to see what the picture will be before I go to bed. So stream will probably last like another until it's finished, but maybe it'll take another hour to finish it, or maybe another 30 minutes. I think if I don't finish it within 30 minutes, I might just stop here and finish it offline or finish it on stream later, but I will definitely post it for you guys when I do finish it. Okay, let's grab this. Okay. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Okay. Let's add a little bit of light blue in there. A little bit of dark blue. Oh shit, and there goes my other controller. I'm pretty much just charging them one at a time. Assuming you can download these as PNGs. It's up to 8K. You can go up to 8K resolution. Hi, Laugh. Good morning. Good morning. Up from your nappy? Were you laying down or were you napping? When's the last time I painted like that? Oh. Last time I did... I mean, last time I did something from imagination, probably over a year ago. Usually I do studies. How can I have my other hand back? So it's been a while. It's been a little bit. Thank you for the follow. Please, please can I have my hand back? There we go. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. Nice murky water. I love this color. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful color that we're getting both on the palette and the canvas. Gorgeous. Let's do fan brush to get back here. Man, it's back to turn out so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who's holding my hand? The VR demon who kidnapped my hand because I didn't pay enough energy tribute in batteries. But to be honest though, like the thing is there's a difference between doing like a landscape in Photoshop and this. There's like a huge difference. Like it's more difficult. The colors don't work the same way. Colors don't work the same way. It's more fun. Very clearly more fun, but I'd be lying. I'd be lying if I said it was exactly like doing painting in Photoshop or something. I don't really like that. There we go. That's a bit more of a appropriate color. Your volunteer's tribute. Why are you acting like holding my hand is some kind of death sentence, huh? You know, thinking of doing like a little bit of white. But maybe mixing that with this. I don't know if it's gonna like that much. Okay, we can add a little bit more of these two. Add a little bit of vibrancy with this cyan. Okay. Okay. Alright, you want to get a really nice bright color down by the... You guys didn't know, the further perpendicular that water is from the camera, from the viewer, the more reflective it gets. It kind of reflects more. So we're gonna see more lightness towards the as we recede into the perspective. Thank you, Laugh. Oh man, I didn't expect such murky. Yeah, yes, it does. It does. And I feel like in general, like water is a lot lighter than a lot of people, or darker than people expect. Just in general, it's much much darker than people expect, and lighter as well. What I'm trying to say is that water is very versatile. It has a lot of range. It has a lot of range to it. Okay. There we go. Mm-hmm. Down, 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 down. Mm-hmm. A little bit more darkness over here. But just soul asking you to paint a tree and it will be different. That's true. If you feel like, I mean, I'm gonna, I don't know. It depends on you. What? I'm like, I'm a paper, but it's your painting. Hmm. Can't paint like Lila. Might as well give up. Well, I practice a lot, so I used to draw, but you have little tremors, so you quit years ago. Still nerd though. So you world girl, what's your art hobby? Aw, I'm sorry. That I mean that's understandable why. I mean it's hard enough without tremors. But I'm glad you still have an outlet for your art and your creativity. Gonna see what you want to eat? SimCity music? I actually haven't played SimCity despite being a huge Sims nerd. Okay, now to connect the land with the water, because right now there's not much connection between where the land is and the reflections of the water. So, alright. Okay. This one, yeah. Okay, let's grab this one. Um, yeah, upload imagine so anyone can a brain with brain can paint. Well, I don't think it would actually be helpful for people with aphantasia. I have aphantasia, so imagining something wouldn't do anything. Hi, Kamek. Hello. I was talking like Bob Ross, but I'm kind of focused because I'm on a time limit. I'm about to run out of battery soon. Slimes in a ranch. What kind of fish would live in my river? Salmon. Yeah, salmon. I love salmon. No mistakes. Yeah, no mistakes. You're super impressed. Thank you. Bum 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 bum. I used the wrong paint. Okay, I'm just gonna do little glass blades. Probably with some of this mid-tone here. Um Imagination. What does that mean again? It means that when I close my eyes and try to visualize something, I don't see anything. Does that mean you can't? Yes, that's what that means. Not being able to see the pictures. It's not really weird for me since I'm used to it. Mine isn't so bad though. Sometimes I can see stuff, sometimes I can't. But usually I can't see anything. Bum, bum, bum. Mm, 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 mm. Just drawing the dark side of the grass right now. And then after that, we're gonna start adding in the little light pieces. What happens when you try to think of an image? There's some... Oh yeah, there's definitely some brain activity. Oh, my hand's just disappeared. Or it's just this hand? Please, can I have my hand back? Nope. Okay. That was weird. Um... That could be read by hypothetical imagination. That's true. That's true. But honestly, I'm not even sure what it would see. Because that's the thing, I can't even hold like a... Like if I try to imagine something like a cube, that's something that's easy for me to kind of imagine. But when I imagine it's like moving. It doesn't stay still, which is why I like 3D a lot. Because I don't need to kind of use my brain power trying to hold this cube in place. Like, if I don't work hard, it just keeps moving and shifting in shape and, you know, doing these things that are not cube things. Like I can see the lines and stuff, which I think is pretty par for the course in terms of like. Thank you, Taicho. Thank you. Not being able to visualize clearly in your mind. Yeah, I'm of the idea that it's not really something that you're born with. I think it's a skill. I think visualization is a skill like any other. Because when I get really, really into art, and I'm like really, really into it, sometimes I can get flashes, almost as if I'm dreaming, like when I'm awake. Like I actually see something, but it's not consistent. When you think of an apple, yeah, right. Yeah, that's like that's what most people can see. Wouldn't that make it harder to paint? Seeing something? Well, pretty much what you could do, and I think what a lot of the great artists like, like a lot of the really great artists who can visualize do, is that you kind of just overlay what you're seeing in your head on the paper and just trace it. Just put it on the page. I think that's really what they did. I mean, at least in the case of uh, Kim Jong-gi, um, he he said himself that he pretty much just saw what he wanted to draw on paper and he just traced it. And I think that's a really I mean that makes sense to me at least. I was able to less likely to be able to visualize things and manipulate freely. I'm sure that has to do some kind of environmental thing. But I'd be curious to see like what kind of activities can help with your visualization. You got ADHD? I don't know. The amount of times I've been asked that makes me think, oh, maybe I should go and see a psychiatrist or something. But I'm saving. Okay. Oh, why am I doing this with this brush though? Work smarter, not harder, guys. Bristle. Smarter, not harder. Nope. Nope. Because we're making. Ooh. No, we can't work with that. Let's pick this. There we go. Alright. Time to do this tree in the foreground. Sorry. I would say if it's not hindering you, then don't worry about going to a doctor about it. I mean, I don't know. I have things that are hindering me, but I don't know if they're ADHD. I don't know if they have to do with ADHD. We 8-hour stream. Yeah, we did it. Really feel like it's been 8 hours. Um, Twitch is a great place to generally be. I know, I know, right? You can really be open on Twitch and say, and really speak your truth. You have one of the most severe ADHD I've ever seen. Oh my god, laugh. Holy shit. It's like anything as you understand, then perceive how it evolves. Yeah, that's crazy to laugh. That's crazy. Hello, Chrono. Hello, Chronobonum and Double Helios. Yes, happy little happy tree time. Little happy tree time. Welcome in. I'm just explaining things poorly. That's my problem. I feel like I don't know. I've never been to a psychiatrist, but I feel like their job is to kind of just give you drugs for what's wrong. You know, not to really like. I mean, that's a lot of work. Imagine, okay, we have to sit there, have a session, and have to figure out what's wrong with you. Then prescribe you drugs for that. That sounds like a lot of work. And there. Okay. And okay, sorry. Um, let me re the solid average 104. That's pretty good. Okay, a very specialized doctor that understands niche disorders. Yeah. Give you medicines, explain how they work on fixing the issue. For it's like 100. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 100. It's 100 and 105, but depending on where you are. Wouldn't say a lot of work, but it is time consuming and frustrating. You know, yeah, I can imagine. Especially if you like, you know, if you're experimenting with different dosages, different medications. Mostly you do therapy and the psychiatrist. Yes, that's what I thought, but that's expensive. To go to both a therapist and a psychiatrist, they're a medical doctor, like with an MD. That's fair. That's fair. That makes sense. Like, I mean, I go to my normal doctor to like, hey, can I have drugs? And he gives it to me. Neuropsychologist. I don't even think we have a neuropsychologist in my state. Lush vegetation. Thank you. Thank you. healthy like me and simply ignore all your problems. You really shouldn't do that. It's not good for you, I promise. But if I did have ADHD, I could probably do some stuff just by myself already to like help because I think, I mean, I'm pretty sure that being too online fucks with my attention span and my like ability, my forgetfulness, you know? So I think if I had that's a drug dealer. No, I don't think so. It really does. Crazy did this in 2 hours roughly. Oh, thank you. I think it's been 2 hours. That's good to know. It's okay. I'm not like too happy with the vegetation part, but maybe we can make up for it when we do the water. Ooh, headset battery low. Okay. We got 2 seconds to finish the water. Okay. Alright. No, we'll leave it. And we'll do a slight shadow. Reflection, shadow. Reflection, shadow. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Okay. We don't have time for mistakes right now. And let's grab a little bit of this and blend that in. There. Hmm. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna have to leave it there, I think. Especially since my headset's about to die. Alright. Appalachian West Washington, Oregon, European vibe. This isn't a specific area. I just like, I mean, maybe I have like different influences from those areas, but for the most part, it's based off of what I know to be kind of right, I guess. My shading's excellent. Thanks. I don't agree, but considering the amount of time we put into it, that's fair. Been like 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours. Not bad for 2 hours. I won't hate on it too much since it only took 2 hours. Lovely untouched nature. Now, what's the name of the painting? Ooh, the name of the painting. Ooh, that makes me excited. The name. Ooh, okay. Um, hmm. I'll name it Retreat. Retreat. I'll name it that. Okay, so now there's one last thing we have to do before we go. How much time do I have left? I have 8%. Okay, let me just take this out and then plug my headset in so we can go ahead and do this. Let me save this painting. Saved. Okay, and now I want to. Isn't that cool though? I can shift. Anyways. Wow. Ta-da! I think do a white frame. A simple white frame. Come on. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Look at that. My